What's up, Raider Nation? I am Raider Glenn Diesel, and this is Commitment to Bring You Excellent Podcast. Uh, man, last night was exciting. It was. I hope you guys are feeling as good as I am this morning. Uh, we got our guy. We got Ashton Jeanty, man. I know a lot of us Raider Nation was clamoring for a dynamic piece like that, and and Spytek and Carol pulled the trigger, man. And that's refreshing. The last 2 years, this organization has taken the best player available. We got the best uh, tight end in last year's draft in Brock Bowers, and you see what he did. He broke rookie records, man. He was an All-Pro as a rookie, and he's looked at as possibly the best tight end coming into this year. So that was a home run. And then we get Ashton Jeanty last night. He's the best running back in the draft. He was literally the top three players, best players in this draft, and we got him at 6. So very pleased with that. So now what's next? What's next for the Raiders, man? What's next for Raider Nation? Who are we going to be getting excited about today? Just some of the players that's available on the big board. Obviously, Will Johnson. We found out last night that teams have concerns with his medicals, with his knee, that his knee looks like it's chronic, and that it can that is something that's going to affect his longevity. So that's the reason why he's still available in the second round. Other than that, he would have already been off the board. I mean, he's 8th on the big board. Obviously, the biggest news is Shedeur Sanders did not go in the first round. He is available in the second round. He was 17th on the big board, and so he's available. Mike Green, which is the reason why he's on the board. He has a lot of off the field issues with him. Multiple off the field issues. So he's a red flag target. He's 18th on the big board. Luther Burden, wide receiver, 25th on the big board. Nick Emmanwori, 28th on the big board. Donovan Ezeruka, 29th on the big board. Siobhan Rebel, junior cornerback, 30 on the big board. Caleb Johnson, running back, 33rd. Tyler Shuck, quarterback, 39. Let's see. We got Morrison, the cornerback from Notre Dame. Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame. Jonah Sevenia, guard. Shamar Turner, defensive tackle. JT Timiloa, edge. Elijah Roy, tight end. Trey Amos, cornerback. Jaden Higgins, wide receiver. TJ Sanders, D tackle. Trey Harris, wide receiver, and Mason Taylor, tight end, rounds out the top 50. So, me personally, Raider Nation, this is what I hope they do. This is what I would do if I was in that seat. I would look to trade back because there's so much quality talent still available. A lot of players that should have went in the first round. Luther Burden, I thought should have went in the first round. Donovan Ezeruka, I thought he should have went in the first round. So there's some players here that would have been worthy of the first round. Nick Emmanwori could have been worthy of going in the first round. So they're available in the second round. So again, there's sliding some great talent back, and I would like to get my hands on more of those players. So in my opinion, I'm hoping that they're looking at it the same way, and they're looking to trade back. Again, it's always not what you want, is what you can do. yeah, you may want to trade back, but do you have a trade back partner? So I take that into account as well. So hopefully, if they have an opportunity and they do have a trade back partner, they can trade back and accumulate some more assets and stockpile some more of this talent on the roster. With that being said, if they cannot, then what I'm hoping that they target is, I mean, there's quite a few positions. One, I want a cornerback. I think that cornerback room is a little light. We need to start building that room. And Siobhan Rebel Jr. for me is the is the guy for me that I hope that they take a swing at. Again, that's if you watched my past episode or past podcast, I talked about Siobhan Rebel. And he is a prototypical Pete Carroll guy. He's fits the mold of what Pete Carroll likes in his cornerbacks. So perfect target, and he's there with the second pick. But here's the $1 million question, and here's the question that everybody's been talking about. I've been looking at feeds and on social media and then text threads and stuff that I'm in, Reddit text threads. Shedeur Sanders, man, we should go get Shedeur Sanders, which I'm not opposed to that. But me personally, I would not. Now, if they get Shedeur, I mean, obviously, being a Raider fan, I'm going to support what they do in that building because they're a lot smarter than I am. So if they feel that Shedeur is that quarterback for us, then by all means, I'm gonna get behind it. But I don't think that he has the natural ability that I'm looking for in my quarterback. He doesn't have elite talent. He's not special. He's not a great athlete. Um, and I want those elite traits in my quarterback. So the person that I see that has that is Jalen Milroe. Now, he has a lot that he needs to work on, which is great because he can come to a team like ours that has a quarterback that is set for 2 or 3 years. And Geno Smith, perfect person to sit behind, learn how to be a professional, learn how to be a quarterback, learn the ropes of what it takes to play quarterback. He also has he would have someone in the building that knows how to play the position very well in Tom Brady, right? So he has Chip Kelly. He also has Pete Carroll. All four of those guys can mold him and work on his deficiencies, which like he needs to work on a little bit of his accuracy in his passing. He needs to work on his mechanics and his footwork if he wants to be a viable passer in the league. A lot of the things that Josh Allen had to work. I'm not saying that he's Josh Allen. I'm not so don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you examples. Josh Allen had the same thing coming into the NFL. He had to work on his accuracy, right? He had to work on his footwork and his throwing motion, his arm, and stuff like that. And to the kid's credit, he did that. And look where Josh Allen is today. Josh Allen has had a worse completion percentage than Jalen Milroe coming out. Jalen Milroe was doing it in the SEC, and he has a higher completion percentage, whereas Josh Allen was doing it in Wyoming. Okay, so not even comparable as far as the competition and talent that he was going through. So it can be done. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson had issues. They were saying that he's probably need to change positions. He probably need to be a wide receiver or a running back or something like that. Same thing that they're saying about Jalen Milroe. Okay. And then, Jalen Hurts. So there's quarterbacks. I'm giving you examples of quarterbacks that has this kid's talent they worked on the things that they needed to work on, and look what those quarterbacks are today. So he has that. He has that ability, and this kid's been labeled as, the next Lamar Jackson. They saying he's more electric and more explosive than Lamar Jackson. He's faster than Lamar Jackson, right? So just think about this. Just think about the scenario. We got Geno Smith. Okay, Geno Smith's our quarterback. His kids, obviously he's learning. They're trying to, develop him in areas that he has flaws and that he has deficiencies in. But at the same time, we can put him on the field in packages, right? And so we have a pick that we can put on the field, 7 to 8 packages a game, come in, run that RPO scheme with Ashton Jeanty, confuse defenses on, okay, so who's keeping the ball? You know what I'm saying? Like, Ashton, Jalen Milroe can fake, like he's going to give the ball to Ashton Jeanty, then tuck it and keep it himself, right? And with his speed and the power that he has behind, how he runs, that's a lethal combination. Or, you have defenses like, okay, Jalen's going to keep it, and then that leaves, Jeanty free, in space. So there's a lot of things that they can do. We've all talked about our red zone deficiencies, how we struggle in the red zone. Okay, this can help in the red zone. 1st and 7 from the goal, put this kid in and run that scheme. And then you got you got safety blankets in Michael Mayer and Brock Bowers. At the goal line. Look how Lamar Jackson uses Mark Andrews. You know what I'm saying? And Brock Bowers is more athletic than Mark Andrews. So there's a lot of things that Chip Kelly can cook up if we had a Jalen Milroe. And he is also learning and developing, his flaws and deficiencies. That's what I want in my quarterback. A higher upside that can take us to another level. We get Shedeur Sanders, it's going to be, it's going to be the same. We already know what Shedeur Sanders is. He's already reached his ceiling. Okay, so he's not going to get any better. He is what he is. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just looking at it as, for me, I would look at a different, option. I look for different options in my quarterback. So now, would I take him with the first or with our second pick? Absolutely, I would. And I wouldn't have any, I wouldn't even think twice about it. And I wouldn't be upset at the pick. And then I would focus on, the cornerback and getting the wide receiver and, linebackers or whatever late in the draft. But this would work out better if we was able to gain assets, move back, and get more picks. Okay, then we can. Then we wouldn't really have to stress on. Okay, man, do we take a cornerback, which is a need? Do we take a wide receiver, which is not much of a need, but could be a really dynamic piece for us? And we can have someone at that position to mold for the future. Once Geno hangs it up or whatever. So very intriguing, and I'm kind of excited to see which way we go. Now, we really do need to get wide receiver, cornerback. We do need another piece on the line. We need some linebackers or whatever. So I'm gonna give you a couple names that I'm looking for, or that I'm basically keeping my eye on. So obviously, Siobhan Rebel, Jaden Higgins for wide receiver. Let's see, tackle Charles Grant from William and Mary. O-line Jackson Slater from Sacramento State. Caleb Rogers, O-line from Texas Tech. Oladejo, edge from UCLA. Linebackers Teddy Buchanan, Jalen Walker, or not Jalen Walker, but Carson Schwarzenegger, Jeffrey Bassa, Cody Simon, and Josiah Stewart, all linebackers. So those are some names that we should be looking at, or we should be keeping an eye on for the second and third round. So we'll see. So, anyways, I wanted to kind of throw that out there, Raider Nation, that get your thoughts on Jalen Monroe, how you feel. Do you want Shadur, or do you want them just to not even get a quarterback in this draft completely? Just go other positions. So, curious to see what you guys' thought is. So, I'll be back with you guys come second round, once the second round pick, and then I'll give you guys a little bit of a bio of who we wound up with. So, all right, Raider Nation, I wanted to drop this before everything gets going, and give you guys a couple names to keep a lookout for come the second round. So, all right, stay up, Raider Nation.